These are history's most painful deaths. The polar bear Sacrificio.
On July 3, 2018, 31-year-old Aaron Gibbons went to Sentry Island in Canada with his children to harvest Arctic tern eggs. Everything was peaceful until they realized they were not alone. A massive polar bear was stalking them. The bear lunged toward the children, and Aaron realized his rifle was left behind in the boat, too far to reach. Without hesitation, he yelled at his kids to run to the boat and positioned himself between them and the beast. Aaron had no weapon, yet he fought the bear with his bare hands to buy his children time to escape. And tragically, the bear killed him. The children managed to reach the boat and radio for help. Villagers arrived and shot the bear, but Aaron was already gone. He didn't just die that day. He died a hero who sacrificed everything for his family.
Hokkaido bear incident.
In December 1915, a terrifying incident occurred in the cold forests of Hokkaido, Japan, in a village called Sanke Bettsu. A massive 380-kilogram brown bear, known as chalega, entered the village in search of food. On the night of December 9th, it broke through the window of a house and began eating a woman and her baby alive, marking one of the most painful deaths in history. The very next day, despite the villagers posting guards, the beast returned and attacked another home, killing 5 more people. Finally, an expert hunter named Yamamoto tracked the beast into the forest with his team and shot it dead. But the fear caused by this tragedy was so immense that the village was abandoned forever, leaving behind only silent safety.
Ramree Island Massacre.
In 1945, during World War II, the British Army surrounded 1,000 Japanese soldiers on Ramree Island in Burma. In a desperate attempt to escape, the soldiers decided to cross a 16-kilometer-long mangrove swamp, unaware that they were entering the territory of the world's largest saltwater crocodiles. As soon as night fell, the water began to churn, and thousands of crocodiles launched a synchronized attack. The darkness was filled with screams, gunfire, and the sickening sound of crunching bones. By morning, a deathly silence had fallen. Out of 1,000 men, only 20 survived, while the rest were claimed by the swamp. The tragedy of Ramree Island remains a chilling reminder that in the wild, humans are not the hunters, but the prey.
Sanke Bettsu Bear attack.
Timothy Treadwell had lived with grizzly bears in the Alaskan wilderness for 13 years, treating them as friends and never carrying any weapons for protection. In October 2003, as winter approached and the friendly bears went into hibernation, only the hungry and aggressive ones remained in the forest. On the rainy evening of October 5th, an old bear attacked their campsite. Terrifyingly, Timothy's camera was running, but because the lens cap was left on, it captured only the audio of their gruesome death. The tape revealed that his girlfriend, Amy, who had the chance to escape, chose to stay and fought the beast with a frying pan to save Timothy. But tragically, both were killed. The recording was so disturbing that the experts who heard it warned, "Never listen to this. Burn it."
The lost hiker.
In July 2013, 66-year-old Geraldine Largay was trekking on the Appalachian Trail. One morning, she stepped just a few yards off the trail to use the restroom, but when she tried to return, the path had vanished. Panicked, she accidentally walked deeper into the woods. She was only 2 miles away from the main path, but the forest was so dense that rescue helicopters couldn't see her. When she ran out of food and grew too weak to walk, she pitched her tent and waited. She survived there for 26 days, starving and waiting for death. When she realized no one was coming, she wrote a heartbreaking final letter to her family in her diary. 2 years later, when her tent was found, it was revealed that she had died just a 10-minute walk away from...
Which of these stories scared you the most? Let me know in the comments. And for more true stories like this, make sure to subscribe. The Nutty Putty Tragedy.
On November 24, 2009, John Jones went to Nutty Putty Cave in Utah for an adventure with his family. There, he mistakenly entered a wrong and incredibly tight passage known as Ed's Push, thinking it was the birth canal. As soon as he exhaled to push himself forward, he became wedged in a tight spot and couldn't move back. The most terrifying part was that he was stuck upside down at a 70-degree angle, causing all the blood to rush to his brain. The rescue team set up a rope and pulley system and managed to pull him up slightly, giving John hope that he would be saved. But suddenly the rock holding the pulley broke, and he fell back down, becoming trapped even worse than before. Ultimately, after 27 hours, John passed away, and since it was impossible to retrieve his body, the cave was sealed with concrete forever.